Boom, got that one going. That's a big fish. That is a big, big fish. That's big. Hey folks, I'm Dieter Melhorn. Come along with me on this trip as we're gonna try to put one big fall catfish in the boat. All right guys, a rare day off this fall. It's been crazy, it's been hectic. Managed to get an early flight in last night, so I'm out here getting to fish today. No guide trips, nowhere to go, nothing to be. We got some beautiful early fall weather. It's cloudy. There may be some thunderstorms today, so we may get run off the water, we'll see. But fairly calm this morning, about a 5-mile-an-hour wind, and we're not feeling any of it right now. So I'm gonna do some dragging up through here. Gonna try to put a bigger fish in the boat today. That's kind of what my goal is. Gonna fish with nothing but cut white perch. I've got a bunch of them in the tank. I need to burn through a few of them. And we're gonna put out a little bit bigger baits, nothing super huge. But we're gonna see if there's some fish out here, see if there's some fish on these flats. The fishing has been good. As far as the guide trips I had the biggest day I've ever had as far as overall numbers. We had 32 fish. The day before that, we had 21. The day before that, 17, a 14 fish day. Fish in the teens and the 20s. We haven't had any super big fish, but anytime you're catching fish in the teens and the 20s and you're catching 15, 18, 30 of them, it's a good day. So I don't know that we'll get that good today, but we're gonna try. All right, guys, there's the magic fish. I'll get one of these perch in here. Come here, sucker. Who's our volunteer? Who wants to volunteer? I've got a net, but that makes it way too easy. I'd rather chase them with my hand. There we go. There's the first one. Nice little white perch. They are alive. I will go to the side of the boat, knock the scales off. I like to get the scales off of them just so that it makes hooking them a little bit easier. Less stuff in the way, and it gets a little bit of blood coming out there out of the meat. So we'll get down here and I'll pop the side off on this. Some people ask why I don't use chunks. Well, you can. I just like the fillets. I think it's a bigger bait presentation. Gets out some more scent. And a lot of people ask why I don't use this carcass part. Well, I just don't have any luck with it, so I chunk it. Now you're probably wondering, why are you not using chicken? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't get any. I got in kind of late last night on my flight, and I didn't get any at the store. So that's the biggest reason. We have used it on the guide trips out here, and the chicken continues to produce the most fish. It produces some big fish too. Now, the last trip, our bigger fish, I think we had a lot in the teens. I think half of them came on the perch, so which is not normal. Usually there's way more on the chicken. So who knows what the reason was, but it is what it is. We're gonna fish with nothing but perch today. I have 100% confidence in them that we will catch fish, that the fish are biting. Different day than we've had on any of the guide trips. It's overcast today, cloudy, very cloudy. So a little different conditions, but normally that's a good thing. So we'll get some more of these in the water. Let's see if we can stick one. All right, guys, I think we got one going on this planer board. Yep, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Thought I seen that board do something kind of funny a second ago. Sometimes they slam back and get buried. Sometimes they quit moving. Just depends what the fish is doing. We're coming across a little hump, and sometimes those fish will head to deeper water. But hooked up. This is a Catfish Pro reel, some Andy 30-pound monster monofilament, ugly stick catfish rod. Get this off it there. So I was talking about releasing these boards. You can pop them loose by the clip. I do it this way. Just keep my line tension on there. Boom, that rod tip stays bent the whole time. That is the key. You don't want to let that line go slack, because that's when you'll lose a fish. So keep that rod tip bent. It's easier with two people on guide trips. It's really easy because I can have the client just lean the rod back. Gotta be a little more careful when you're out here alone, but you can do it. And you can just pop that clip loose and let it slide down the line if you don't want to take it off. I think it's easier to deal with the fish around the boat when you pop the clip off. It's back down. My old back's back to normal. I can bend over and bugger grip fish now. There we go. There we go. Come here, girl. Stop. I want the bugger grip in the lake. That was nice. That's the way you put a float on it. Come on. Girl, open the mouth. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Simmer. Guys, I think we may have one going behind us too. We've either got a snagged up planer board or we got another fish. Pop that hook. Boom. Got him. Good fish. Good fish. Nice looking blue. What color? What's it gonna stop it. What's it gonna weigh? About 10 pounds. We'll take him. Get him back alive. All right, guys, there's fish number one in the boat. We'll take that. That's a good little start. Good little jump on the morning there. Got that one pretty quick. So continuing to make my pull through here. A lot of stuff on the sonar, a lot of fish around. We're kind of coming off a little hump here, see what's in here, and keep dragging out. Like I said, all perch out. Got a good spread, a little light wind out of the southwest, and put one in the boat, so that's good. That makes me happy. We'll see what else is in here. Guys, I just had a massive takedown. I was just getting that rod back in the water. I actually had a planer board go off. Another one, same side of the boat. This will be a little better fish based on the bite solely. That was a good takedown. That was nice. Coming off my little hump here. Apparently this is where the fish are. We're into about 20 feet of water. I'll show you the sonar screen. A lot of bait. Almost too much bait, to be honest, but it looks like there's some perch and some crappie and some bass around some of that stuff feeding. That may be what some of these catfish are targeting. I said I'm gonna pull the board off here. I said keeping that rod bent. I got tension on the line. I'll drop the board. A little bit of an art to that. Boom, line's tight the whole time. A little bit of a trick, not hard to. Just remember, keep the rod tip. If you don't have the rod tip holding tension, let your hand keep tension on that line. Another nice fish. Beautiful morning. This early fall stuff is nice. It's beautiful weather. We're not getting into the colors of fall yet. We're just in the, there we go, sucker. Just into the nicer weather. Nice in the morning. Still getting hot. I mean, still gonna get up to 80 degrees, but there we go. There we go. Good fish. Good fish. It'll be a nice fish. Might underneath the net, but whoa, baby. That acted like a flathead run. I hadn't seen color yet. I got a feeling I need to net this fish. Got a feeling I need to net it. Might be able to grip him. Oh no, he's bigger than I thought. He is bigger than I thought. That's kind of what we're looking for today, boys. Get that net untwisted there. Get 2 cranks out of him, and I think I got him up. Enough line to net. Come on, come on. Come on. Bam. Bam. Guys, that's the one we're looking for. That's a good fish. That is a good fish. That's his Baby unhooked here, simmer down. That perfect hook placement with that circle hook there in the corner of the jaw. What's he going away? Stop. Oh yeah, good fish. Good fish. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Look at that, guys. It's a good fish. Look at that. That is a good one right there. Beautiful fish. Yes, sir. Good fish. Let's get him back alive. Okay. All right, guys. That's the one we're looking for there. That one's knocking on the door, 30 pounds. Good fish. Good fish. That's some of the bigger size we're hoping to get into. Hit a small bait. I've got a couple of these bigger perch heads out, and it hit one of the fillets. One of those ones I knocked the scales off of. And was on a planer board too. I knew that fish was a little bit bigger. He buried the planer board when it hit it. And when you hear the planer board go down, that's a good sign. So gonna keep dragging through here. Starting to get in a little deeper water now. We're down to about 20 feet. So let's see what's in here. I dropped a perch right in. We'll see if we get into any perch. It seems like on these guide trips I've been on out here, when we've got into the perch, those catfish have been in and around those areas. So if we find some of those, I think we'll probably find some more fish out here. Guys, I was just flipping a perch in the tank and I heard something. It's always nice when you hear the bite. Well, another planer. Same side of the boat. Starting to wonder if I got bait on the other ones on the other side. I know when I'm fishing chicken, I check my bait quite a bit because chicken does come off easy. These perch baits usually stay on a little bit better. They don't tear off quite as easily, but the fillets and stuff will, so I may have to check that other side. Looks like a decent fish. I'm not sure which bait was on this one, but Catfish Pro Reel, Andy monofilament again. Let's get this board off. Said a B-Cat board. I like them for my style of fishing. They seem to be a good board for dragging weights. We are dragging these on the bottom. This is being used on a Santee rig, so these baits are not up off the bottom. So you need a couple ounces to keep the bait down, especially some of the bigger ones. And so you need a planer board that is going to be able to still plane out with that bigger weight. That was one of the things when I first started using planer boards years ago. There weren't a lot of bigger ones like this made, because most of those were designed for, at least the ones we had access to, were for like striper fishing and pulling like gizzard shad that were, you know, just on a free line or a slightly weighted line with a drop shot. So a little different ball game than what we're dragging here. Looks like a good fish. I think I'm gonna bug a griffin. Oop, simmer down, simmer, 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 simmer. They're good bubbles. Guys, look at that, look at that. I don't know if you can see that. That planer board's going, outside planer's going. Boom, got that one going. That's a big fish. That is a big, big fish. That's big. Guys, that's a big fish. That's a good one. Let me get this one first. Simmer, 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 simmer. Simmer, 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 simmer. You are throat hooked, aren't you, big fella? There we go. Oop, no, not that bad. I'm gonna lay you down for a second. We'll get to you in a minute. All right, guys, we got at least 2 fish hooked up. Let me see if this one's still buttoned. I hope he is, because that was a heck of a bite. He may have come off. Dadgum, that was the best bite of the day. That was a big fish. I think we lost that one. That one's still on the planer board. Should have reached over and grabbed it, but I thought he was hooked up pretty good. Yep, there's slime on it. Dadgum. That's a good bite. That was a good bite. That one was killing some line. Don't know what happened. You don't always get hooked up on every fish. That's full show. Let's get this one back out. Out into the water. We'll get a planer board on it. Let this board run out. Then we're gonna go deal with this outside planer board. Looks like that fish is still on there. Yeah, it is still there. Let's see what we can do as far as navigating this other board. What I tell clients to do on these boards, especially you get an outside one coming in, oh, there goes that one, there goes that one, there goes that one. I hope that's not the same fish. It could be the same fish. He could have hit that line. Let's see. We'll find out here in a second. I was just getting ready to say, let this line go back. I'll let it float back. This one's gonna work to the outside of it. But let's see. That fish may be into that line. That will happen. You will get tangled. It happens. It is not the end of the world. The best thing there is just to feed it line so it's not struggling against that planer. What I mean by that is if all of a sudden we started dragging in this, oh, that's a fish. That's a different fish. That's a different fish, guys. Pretty sure that's a different fish. This one, hell, I don't know. Let's see, let's see, let's see. That board's going right by it. Get this sucker off here. Then we'll try to figure out what exactly is happening. A little bit of a, ooh, feels heavy. Hopefully he is not into that planer board. I'll try to drop him down underneath it. I'm gonna work him in kind of slow, just to see if I can get him underneath that board. I still got the fish over here on the floor I was gonna show you. I don't know if this one is, yeah, I think he may be into that other board. I think that's what's going on. That planer board's coming in backwards now, so I think that's what it is. Might have a little bit of a mess here in a second. Like I said, planer boards will help you many times keep from tangling, but sometimes it happens. All right, I think I can. Ooh, that's a big. That's a big fish. It's a big fish. Guys, that's a good fish. Let me deal with some stuff here. I gotta get, this one line's tangled. It's got the planer board on it. I don't think there's a fish on here. I'm gonna check it in a second though. Let that line go free. Let's get this hook out of this sucker. All right, he's, ooh, good. Glad I played it slow there. That one was hooked in the top of the mouth. Had you overfished that fish, you would have pulled that hook on it. Get it back. Get this one up. This was the first one. I was going to try to get a doubles picture with him, but he kind of looks kind of yucky looking. He's been around. Get that one back. Shoot. Boom. He goes off nicely. Oh, this is a pig. This is a piggy. Look at that belly, guys. Look at that fish. Look at that. That's a pig. Get that fish back alive. All right, guys, I'm gonna check a couple of these rods. I had a couple of what looked like hits during all that. I don't know if there's fish on there or not. I'm reeling in and checking. Doesn't feel like it. That one there is very slack. I don't know if this line got into it, all that stuff going on out there. Good time to check. That one's really slack. This thing is, something's been moved on it. Yep, there was a fish at least hit that. He may have taken the cord. Let's check this other one. Bam, I'll let that one run out. It's good that this one moved too. Line went slack. Yep, there he is, there he is. Boom, he is there. He is there. Yeah, sometimes you get that slack line stuff going on. They've been hooked, but yeah, you get a flurry of stuff going on like that, lines going everywhere. It can be you can get hooked into a fish and not even realize it. So we'll take another one. It's a good bite. It's a good bite. This is paint off. This is where we've been fishing on the guide trips and it's working for whatever reason, so we'll milk it for what it's worth. big this fella is. After our last fish, I'm happy. One before that, I was happy. And here's another solid blue cat. There we go. Shoot. There he is, guys. Another one in the boat. Amazing bite. Good fish, solid fish. All blue so far. Not a single channel cat. Get him back. Well, bam, there's a flurry right there, a couple there. The first fish, a decent fish. Nothing wrong with that one. Love catching them that size. And then, poof, a big one. Big old fat belly on it. Looked like they've been eating some mussels or something in here. And some other rods getting hit at the same time. That was the crazy part about it. Coming through an area, there's fish in here for whatever reason. Basically fishing a flat. I don't even know how deep I am now, in about 32, 33 feet of water. No thermocline in here anymore. I think we started to get, you know, a little bit of that fall stabilization in the lake going on. Water temperatures are on down there in the around 80-degree mark, and they're not cool yet. We ain't got enough overnight lows yet that are in a good, you know, low point, but we're getting less and less daylight. Daylight is diminishing quickly. My guide trips that we're leaving at 6 a.m. we're probably going to be leaving around 6:30. It's dark. You know, we're getting less and less daylight. Sun's coming up later and later every morning, and getting darker earlier and earlier. So as that happens, water cools, and you know, that's also what I think triggers some of this fall bite, some of this great fishing we have in the fall. And I think we're finally getting into it. It's been a weird year as far as overall fishing goes, with stuff not being exactly predictable, but so far fall is starting off to be the way normal good fall fishing is. So maybe this is when the reset will happen and we'll get back to something that's somewhat patternable. So I got the rods out, got the baits out. I'm gonna keep dragging through here, see if we can stick a couple more. 5 fish in the boat so far. It's a good day of fishing. Guys, I think I got one going on this rod. Whoa, there we go. Just looking over getting a planer board out on this side, rechecking some baits, and look, somebody sending me a message. It's probably one of y'all going, hey, can we go fishing? Now's the time. People always ask me about guide trips, when's the time to be there? I always tell them spring and fall. It's just sometimes it's better than others, and man, our past, you know, week, 10 days has been amazing fishing, as good as it gets. So get this worked over to this side. There we go. It's about time. We've caught fish this summer, but it's been a little bit of a struggle. Woo. Got it. Dang. It's another one. In the teens. And fired up. Yes, sir. There we go. That's a beautiful fish, guys. Beautiful fish. A few little marks. Good one. Another one in the teens. Let's get it back alive. All right, guys, that's number 6 in the boat. Another one in the teens. I mean, good fish. You can't beat this. This is great fish. Another nice thing is, it's during the week, it's cloudy, school's back in session. There's almost no boat traffic out here. You know, it's just a beautiful time of the year to be on the water. The fishing's great. This is what's been happening consistently here for the past couple weeks. So it's good fishing, predictable fishing. How long is it going to last? That's a good question. You just don't know. Normally this lasts with the multiple fish, the high numbers, until water temperature is really cold. Look at that though. We got a rod going off right here while I'm talking to you. Another one on the planer board. Okay, we'll take that. Another good one. This is good fishing. It's good fishing. It's one of those things that when it happens, you know, you have your bad days. You have your days where you struggle to catch fish, and you're like, man, what am I doing wrong? What happened to the good old days of catching fish? And then you get a day like this, and you know, it's what makes it messes up your average catch rate. Oh, did that sucker pull off? I think he did. Oh, he did. Got up there on the top and was rolling, and I think we lost him. Dang, that hurts. That was a decent fish. Might have happened on that planer board removal there. It got a little bit slack. That, or he had the cork. Ooh, I think he did. There's some bite marks in that thing pretty good. That's another thing that'll happen, guys. When you're using a Santee rig, they will hit these floats. That one's obviously got some bite marks in it. That was a fairly new one. I think he had a hold of that. They'll get that thing in their mouth, and it happens. They'll also hit these sinkers. You know, 30-some feet of water is basically dark down there. They've got the scent off your bait, but they're also reacting to movement, vibration, all their sensory stuff is picking up on that. And that happens. So that's fishing. But yeah, fishing's great. How long is it gonna last? Who knows? You know, this is usually it's once our temperatures start to drop into the 50-ish range, then we still got big fish feeding, but some of the big numbers really start to go down then. But with that said, that's a long way off. That's on into November, December when that starts to happen. So, but that's really what I consider the time to catch big fish. So, you know, we're gonna take advantage of what we got going on while it's going on, try to catch some more. Well, folks, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Here are a couple more videos that I think you're gonna like. I'd watch that one and then that one. No, do that one first and then that one. I don't know, just watch them both. They're both good.